A new report shows consumer prices climbed 8.5% last month from the same time last year. That's the fastest increase since December of 1981. It's also up from February's 7.9% increase, which was itself a 40-year high. Let's get right to Chief Business Correspondent Rebecca Jarvis for more on this. Rebecca, where are we seeing the biggest impact of inflation right now? How is this affecting our day-to-day?
Well, Diane, part of the issue here is that it's incredibly widespread. The biggest places where you see it are in groceries, gasoline, and shelter costs. Now, gasoline, many people have noticed this at the gas station over the last month, has been up considerably since Putin invaded Ukraine. But prices overall have been rising since last spring. And in particular, it is hard to miss if you are an everyday American. Food at home prices, for example, groceries up 10% from a year ago. The cost of shelter up 5% from a year ago. Adobe Analytics estimates that the cost of a domestic ticket to fly right now is up 20% from the pre-pandemic levels. And Diane, what we've really seen here is that supply shortages, labor shortages, combined with an increase in demand has been driving prices up across the board.
So what does that mean for people who are trying to save up for big purchases? Someone who's trying to buy a car or a home, for example?
It means it's really, really difficult. And what we are now going to be facing is not only higher prices for the time being, but also you now have the Federal Reserve hiking interest rates, which means it's more expensive to borrow money. 30-year fixed rate mortgages, a handful of months ago, you could get that for about 3.5%. Now we're talking about 5+% for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. Now, in the long run, the Fed's goal with this policy is to slow things down, to keep people to keep the economy in a stable state and help the economy so that it doesn't fall into a recession or we don't face economic decline in our economy. But that certainly still remains to be seen, Diane. We don't know whether this policy is going to do that or not.
And we're expecting President Biden in Iowa today to announce he'll suspend a rule that bans fuel blends with higher levels of corn-derived ethanol. What was behind that ban to begin with, and how much do you think it'll help?
So generally, the price of gasoline goes up in the summer, both because we increase our demand, people travel more in the summer, but also because the fuel blend that takes place in the summer is better for the environment, but it's more expensive. And this policy is expected to take about 10 cents out of a gallon of gas over the summer. It certainly is a time, again, when we do see prices spike. The same thing could also, this policy, though, could also drive up demand. If people see the price of gasoline looking lower, they might go and fill up more. And so these measures are always difficult because on the one hand, you want to help consumers. You want to make sure that Americans can make their payments for gasoline and groceries and everything else. On the other hand, you don't want to boost or juice demand artificially in such a way that that drives up prices as well.
And the Fed has also signaled that it will raise interest rates to fight inflation, Rebecca. So how does that work, and when do you think that'll go into effect?
Well, it's already taking effect. And as I mentioned, the average 30-year fixed rate mortgage right now is above 5%. That's a level we haven't seen for some time. And you can expect these levels, whether it's your credit card or a new loan to buy a car or a loan to buy a home, you can expect these interest rates to continue to climb. And the goal, the objective here is to help prices stabilize, because that is the overall goal here, Diane.
All right. Chief Business Correspondent Rebecca Jarvis. Thanks, Rebecca.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.